So that change can't happen. His hitbox has to be the same as every other killer. So if you hear a content creator give this as a solution, they might not be as informed as you think they are. Be sure to sub to this channel if you like content creators who know what they're talking about. But what the devs can do is adjust the collision zone for the Blight, so he'll just smack into obstacles at deeper angles and slide right past them at shallower angles. If you play Billy at all, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. He even has an add-on that lowers his collision zone. It's basically the only problem we're working with here. If they did this, then the Blight would skip past obstacles like statues in the Yamaoka Shrine with little problem and will probably have an easier time navigating tight spaces. I believe that the collision zone is the primary problem and will probably be adjusted by Live, since it's probably the variable that will be easiest to adjust.
It is a curse to see so clearly.
Space coconut.
Okay, so with that out of the way, and I feel a little vindicated, not gonna lie, I'm just gonna do kind of a quick and dirty overview, or I don't know, discussion, killer study, I'm not sure, about the live version of the Blight and what changes we might see, what I hope we'll see by the mid-chapter in regards to him and his power. So with his slight little collision detector change, he is more bearable to navigate different maps and things like that, which is very good. If he feels pretty, he still feels weird, he still feels clunky, it's weird, but I think if a player gets used to him, they'll probably be able to do really well with him because he is so quick. The biggest change that I know everybody has already talked about, and you already know what I'm about to say, is that the little attack at the end of his dash. There's two things now that I think about it. The first is we need to have a little bit more control over that. I caught myself missing survivors that I feel like I should have hit, and I felt robbed because I couldn't turn enough. I'd outmaneuvered them, I'd positioned them, right? And they were just able to squeak right past me where I couldn't turn and hit them. So hopefully that the angles at which he can turn during that attack at the last, during his lethal dash, hopefully that gets increased. Whatever it is now, hopefully it gets increased, you know? The other and most important thing, I think, is that his lethal dash attack should count as an M1 attack. The problem is that they've tied his attack directly to the dash instead of adding it as an after effect, much like the spirits. I look at his power like I look at the spirits, and the spirit can phase, and when she comes out of phase, she can swing. She's no longer phasing, but she can swing her sword, and that's an M1 attack. The same with the nurse, the same with the hag. Their attacks aren't tied to their power, but the devs tied his last second attack, the lethal dash, to his power, and that's what causes this problem. I don't know how they can fix it, I don't know if they will, but not being able to have a significant amount of power in that lethal dash when a survivor's exposed, or yeah, especially that, or having you're using the M1 attack and you can't, access your other I'm trying to figure out the right way to say this. His power isn't easy to use, and because that lethal dash attack is so clunky, it's not as easy to access as it is with other killers. So like the pig's ambush attack, she has a lot of control over using that, so it makes sense that this slightly stronger attack wouldn't be able to proc certain perks. Franklin's Demise, Save the Best for Last. I'm not sure how it affects Exposed, now that I'm thinking about it. If the pig's dash attack can down an exposed survivor, then the Blight's attack should down an exposed survivor. As for the other M2 attacks and things like that, I don't know. I think it's unfortunate that it's tied to his dash and not a separate attack after the fact. But hopefully that can change, because that would make him significantly better. But who knows what the devs are going to do at this point. I honestly don't know what else to say about this guy. I mean, I can't say that he feels good to play, because he doesn't. And I want to say that he sucks, but he's unusually fun to play. So he's a bad killer, but well, I can't even say he's bad because nobody really knows how to use him yet. He's a weird killer, but he's fun to play, but he doesn't feel like he's a good killer. And I think once people start, well, even if people start getting used to how to counter him, mainly at loops and things like that, there are going to be some builds with him that, you know, help with that a lot. I actually see Bamboozle being really, really strong on him. Otofu mentioned that his strength lies in between tiles, which I agree with. That if you can force them from one tile to another, that you can catch up to them before they get to the other tile, and, you know, deal some damage in that way with his power. If you use Bamboozle to force them to take long pathways or long paths, you can catch up with that power if you have a tree in the right place, so to speak. But I don't know, it's super weird, but he's here. He's not going to change. This is what the devs decided on. It's silly, but he feels like he might be really map dependent. I had him on Rotten Fields twice, and I had a hell of a time trying to get to and from the different areas of the map. But, you know, there's only so much you can do with a weird power like that. I think while his power is going to need some getting used to, I think it's going to come down to the right perk build with this guy. He's going to have a specific set of perks that are going to make him decent, that are going to limit his weaknesses, especially in loops. But other than minor changes and some small quality of life things in the next mid-chapter patch, this is what we got. This is what he's going to be. And I'm still, I don't know what to make of him, honestly, guys. He's not good, but he's fun. He needs practice, but his counter is really easy to do. But if they do the adjustments, like the dash swing degree angle, I think you know what I'm talking about. If they adjust that to make it a little bit wider, he might be more dangerous at loops, but only at very specific angles where he can bounce off a wall and then chase them or go after them. It's really strange. I think he's going to be... There was a forum post that talked about how he's going to take a lot of getting used to. He's got a high skill cap of learning how to use him on certain maps and things like that, but the payout with him is going to be much lower. So, like, even if you spend all of this time getting really good with the Blight, you're not going to do very well because of the limitations of the killer himself. So people are going to play him, and people bought him with money and regretted it. So, like, I want you to remember this. Remember this killer. Remember the Blight, and start saving up your shards for the next unlicensed killer so you can buy the next killer for free. Because I got this guy for free, and any of you who actually paid like real money for it, well, I hope you got your money's worth. We'll see what the devs do in the future, but I don't see them doing very much else with him, if anything at all. But I guess we'll see. Feel free to let me know what you thought about the beginning of this video. I'm particularly interested in hearing your opinions on that. For now, I'm going to play more Blight. I'm going to see what else I can see about him. I'm going to probably do a proper killer study later in the future, but for right now, I think this is good enough because this dude is super weird. Be sure to sub to the channel if you don't want to miss future videos like this. Hit the notification bell if you really don't want to miss them. Like the channel if you like the channel, and dislike the channel if you don't like creators who know what they're talking about. Until next time, I'll see you in the fog. Okay, where? Turn around. Alright, where'd you go? Scratch marks, up this way. Turned around again. No scratch marks, you turned around, okay. No scratch, are you? Yeah. Alright. Okay, she's dead, I have no tracking perks, let's go this way. There's nothing here. Use this wall, yep. Yay, yay. Okay, it's over here. Alright, we're gonna poke this one. He's dead, he's not gonna touch it, and he ran. There you are, sneaky. Okay, so should I bother? I haven't really seen her all match, have I? Let's just get her down. Oh, box. All of the pallets are gone, buddy. Alright. Alright. Now, did you work on something? Maybe? Let's work there. Whole lot of nothing in the way. Oh, you did touch it. Great job, Dragon Script. Great job. Yeah. Rotten fields. Oh. Alright. Got me. Let's see. Can't use his power. We're just gonna run straight at him. Hobbly old man. Okay, so now is she gonna rescue you, or is she gonna... Oh, it didn't hit it. That's too bad. Okay, he's down. And she gets a hatch. Hooray! Oh. And I can't stop myself. At least it wasn't that long. Alright, good. So now we had to play this game. This is getting old. Just get out. Alright, good. Finally.